That's right. Hey, you watch how you treat your friends, your neighbors, and the rest of the peeps out there. That will happen to you. Instant karma will catch up with you eventually. You're not going to get away with it forever. And I'm talking right to you, Warren Buffett, Cousin Buffett. Right to you, Cousin Barry. Right to you, Cousin Z-Big, and Cousin Cheney, and Cousin Palin, and all the cousins out there. You listen good. We have not yet even begun to fight. Thank you for joining us. Deadline Live, I'm Jack Blood. As you can tell, I'm a little under the weather. As I mentioned yesterday, I have a sinus infection. It's something even Enterfood won't cure. At least Enterfood puts me in the chair and I could do this show today. So thank you so much for tuning in. I have been looking forward to this interview since we booked it all this week to talk about the Truther Girls. Have you heard about them? They have about 500,000 uploads off of their YouTube site, thousands and thousands and thousands of hits off of every one of their very creative art activism, art truth videos on the World Wide Web, the internets. And I want to bring on one of the Truther Girls today on the program. But before I do, I want to give you a little example of their work. Now, they do all kinds of funny, arty activism videos. A lot of them you have to see. They won't translate to radio so well. I want to play you a couple of minutes of this amazing video because the research involved in this is unprecedented. This is the best coverage of this story. What is the story? Harp and Haiti conspiracy theory? ? Have you heard about this? Hugo Chavez accusing the Navy of performing in a test capacity the earthquake that resulted in the death and devastation in Haiti. Before we bring Sonia on, I want you to hear this research that she did. You can watch her and follow along as she does this research. It is really very instructive and enlightening. This show has been a wild ride. I'm just about to make it a lot wilder. Check this out. We'll be right back.
Okay, let's talk more about HAARP and the Haiti earthquake. Number one, Hugo Chavez, did he or did he not say that HAARP was involved? Because I've been getting a lot of messages about this.
Okay, this video is on my blog, thetruthergirls.wordpress.com. The Russia Today clip where they said that Chavez said that a tectonic weapon was involved. In fact, he did not actually say that HAARP was involved, just that tectonic weapon was involved. But what other tectonic weapons do we suspect than HAARP?
They also said that the use of this weapon has never been proved, but it's a popular idea with conspiracy theorists. Yes, in fact, HAARP can be used to cause earthquakes. It can be used as a tectonic weapon. Hasn't ever been proved that it's been used that way. But if they used it, do you think they would tell you? But it does have the capacity to do that.
I also put this video on my blog. It's very good in terms of outlining what HAARP is and how it can be used and how it may have already been used.
Okay, here are a couple of quotes from that video.
That was HAARP caused the earthquake in China.
Public Relations for HAARP. He says, applications discussed in the patents include, among other things, communications control and disruption, as in they can disrupt communications, and ideas involving weather modification. Okay, also Brooks Agnew, Earth tomographer, in the same video says that he has found oil wells with 30 watts of power. Okay, he goes on to explain how you can compare it to the strings in a piano, and by sending radio waves down into the earth, it produces certain vibrations, and with very low amounts of power, you can detect things like oil and gas. We might get a sound like ping, and we'd say that's natural gas, or another one, and they'd say that's oil. He says that they could detect oil and gas with 30 watts. He says if you do this with 1 billion watts, which is what HAARP uses, the vibrations are so violent that the entire piano would shake. In fact, the whole house would shake. In fact, the vibrations would be so severe underground that it would cause an earthquake. Do you think Brooks Agnew is a conspiracy theorist? He's an Earth tomographer. So what did Chavez actually say, and what's going on here? You know, when people send me this info, they referred me to Wikipedia. So let's go check out Wikipedia and see what they have to say about it.
Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez was widely reported to have blamed HAARP as the cause of the 2010 earthquake.
Do you think Wikipedia is the be-all and end-all of information? Me, not so much. Let's go and see what abc.es has to say about this.
Here's the article. Lucky for me, I can read Spanish, and I can probably order a taco too, so I can translate this for you. Chavez accuses the EEUU of provoking the earthquake in Haiti.
Okay, it starts off like this. The anti-American government of Venezuela, in their habitual paranoia against the imperial Yankee, asserts that the quake in Haiti was the, quote, clear result of a test by the U.S. Marina, I suppose is the Navy, and underlines that an experimental earthquake of EEUU had devastated the Caribbean country of Haiti. A press publication of the Cadena Estatal de Televisión Vive refers to a report prepared by La Flota Rusa del Norte, so the Russian Northern Fleet, which indicates that the quake was the clear result of a test by the American Navy by means of a tectonic weapon. It goes on to say that the Flota del Norte, continues the text, has been monitoring the movements and naval activities of the U.S. in the Caribbean since 2008. Okay, they also say that the U.S. Navy experiments also involve the California quake. Okay, and they add that, according to the cited Russian text, cited by the Venezuelans, it is most likely that Washington had complete knowledge of the catastrophic damage that this earthquake weapon test could potentially cause to Haiti, and had positioned their commander of the Southcom, the General P.K. Keane, in the island to supervise humanitarian aid work that would be necessary.
Okay, this reference to Southcom and what they were doing is confirmed here on globalresearch.ca in an article by Michael Chossudovsky. It says, after the earthquake hit Tuesday, Dene said Southcom decided to go live with the system. See, they were testing a new system.
Southcom was in position in the Caribbean, and they were testing a new system called DISA. One day prior to the earthquake, on Monday, January 11th, Jean Demey, DISA's technical manager for the agency's Transnational Information Sharing Cooperative Project, happened to be at the headquarters of U.S. Southern Command in Miami, preparing for a test of the system in a scenario that involved providing relief to Haiti in the wake of a hurricane. Wow, well, I have to say, does that remind you of anything? Because it reminds me of something. It reminds me of how they were running those drills in the London Underground just when the supposed terrorism.
Exactly. Hey, I'm going to stop it there. We could play that whole thing and more, and you would learn a lot from that. In fact, I learned more about HAARP from that video, and, of course, all the books I've read on it. But I learned more from that video than, say, Jesse Ventura's show on the subject of HAARP. Joining us on the program today is Sonia. Sonia and her friends bring you the truth about H1N1, vaccinations, chemtrails, and more. If they make you laugh while you're at it, all the better. We've got to keep a sense of humor, even at a time like this. They are called the Truther Girls. You can find them all over the Internet. Sonia joining us now from an undisclosed bunker in Canada.